Hey guys, my name's Coach Richie Cranny from Wimp2Warrior, and I'm making this video for our friends at the fan behind the fighter. They reached out to me. They've been involved and witnessed what we do over in Ireland. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of an insight on what Wimp2Warrior is, where it came from, where it is now, and where we're going to. So I created the Wimp2Warrior program in my gym in Sydney back in 2012. I've been a coach, a martial arts coach since '95, originally from London, moved to Australia, and I've always had gyms. And my gym in Sydney, like everyone else back then, not so much now, but back then, you know, still really struggling to try and get people through the door and into the sport of mixed martial arts, breaking down those stigmas. So the reason I started the program was literally just to do that, to show people that anyone can do this sport and what the sport can give to people. So I decided one day to train one person for 6 months for free. And the idea was I'd document it, I'd write a blog, I'd do a video diary, and we'd put it on YouTube. And that person had to agree at the beginning that they would fight in 6 months in an amateur show. There was no concept of a Wimp2Warrior finale back then. This was literally, I'm going to train one person, I'd find an amateur show, I'd match them up, and we'd see what we could do in that time frame. And it wasn't about, I wasn't trying to show I can turn someone into a stone cold killer in 6 months. It wasn't about that. What it was I can take someone with zero experience that would never normally even step into a gym, never mind step into a cage in 6 months. And I could take that person to their physically and mentally ready to do something way out of their comfort zone, step into a cage, and look what this has done for this person. I'd seen it for years and years. I'd competed myself before I got injured, amateur, pro, etc. So I knew what martial arts had given to me personally, and I knew what that mental strength had given me in my life and enabled me to do things in my professional career that I wouldn't normally be able to do. So these are the things I wanted to show the world. And when I say the world, it was really about getting more people into my gym at the time. So I decided, okay, I'll do a post on Facebook. I'll train someone for 6 months, absolutely free. They had to agree to fight. Put the post on. My strength coach at the time, Rachel Guy, still a very good friend of mine, look her up. She shared it on her Facebook page. She had a much bigger reach than me. And we had over 400 people contact us in the first week. So then it was like, okay, so let's not train one person, let's train 50 people. So I sat down with Rachel and we were like, okay, let's do this. We've worked out the strength conditioning aspect, what the program would look like. It has been tweaked, of course, like anything organic, but literally there was no finale at that stage. There was no, it's a set amount of weeks. I thought, well, I'm just going to train them. And in my head, 22 weeks. Give them a week off. Second half, we call it fight camp. They start sparring, and that's literally how it started. And then I was kind of making notes and videos and where this should start and where this shouldn't start. And the first set of guys I brought in a whole group of people. I think we had like 25 people in the first series. Did it all for free for them because it was an experiment. And you know, the tagline back then, this was one of my old ones, you know, the ultimate human experiment, because that's exactly what it was then. Our taglines changed. This is an old hoodie. It's the ultimate human transformation now, because we know what this series does. It literally does transform people. But back then it was an experiment. Look, I will train you, but I really don't know if you'll perform under the lights, under pressure, but I will do my best to get you there. And fair play to all these people that signed up. It was amazing. So did the program, got to finale, very nervous. I was as nervous as those guys because they were ready. They were physically, they were there. They had the skills. The cardio was there. They were on weight, but you still don't know. 22 weeks. Can someone really step up and perform? And they did, and they killed it, and it was amazing. And we had local press there, and people were like, "There's no way these people have been training 22 weeks." So it was that proving point for me that this really does work, and this really can change people's lives that were on the program, and we can show the world what this sport can do. You know, it's not about guys in their 20s that just want to fight. This is about adding to people's lives, you know, mental health, physical health, confidence, all these things that we get in martial arts training. So it was like, holy shit, let's do this. So second series, I got a production company in, got a loan, we funded it, and we filmed the whole thing from start to finish, and we thought we'd get this out even bigger now. It was aired on Fox Sports, one in Australia, got a lot of hype behind it. And then it really started to grow. We had another series in Melbourne, we had one in Brisbane, my old coach in London started. And then we're I'd say about 7 gyms in, and then I got put in touch with John Kavanagh in Dublin. One of my guys from Ireland had gone back, who'd done the program, was telling his coach, which was SBG Cork, about the program, and passed it on to John, and we ended up on a phone call. His first thoughts on it were very much what everyone else was kind of thinking of when I first did it, was like, this isn't great for the sport, you know, this is white collar for MMA. And once he understood that this wasn't 8 weeks, 3 days a week, or 10 weeks, this was 5 days a week for 22 weeks, and the structure of the program and the nutrition and everything, and the full rule set, and he was like, I'm on board. And literally, and once John endorsed it, you know, then it opened the doors. You know, obviously we bought all the other SBG gyms in Ireland, and we had SBG affiliates in the UK, and then introductions to North America. And then it really did start to not spiral out of control, but expand at a very fast rate. So my team expanded. You know, we now have sort of, I think, 9 people working for the business. We've got a president in the US, Scott Viscomi, who's just come on board. My CEO, Nick Langton, who was my first investor back in the day, he actually did the program as well. We've just got this amazing team around us now, and what we've done now, we've grown the business from, you know, the original gym of mine in Sydney, purely to get people in the gym from my own gym, and now we're helping these gyms all around the world, bringing people through the door of their gym that would never ever walk through that door other than having Wimp2Warrior there as a program. So we've got 45 gyms at the moment, and literally we have a queue of gyms contacting us on a daily basis, new territories. We'd love to run the program, because the beautiful thing is that these gyms understand the reason behind why I started it as a gym owner was to help monetize my gym. I wanted to bring new people into the gym and then open up. And it's not, when you bring one person into the gym, you're not just bringing one person. If they have a positive experience in your gym, their whole network finds out about that. If they suddenly lose weight, or suddenly they become more confident, or their depression comes under control, or their anxiety drops off, and they become this new person, everyone in their network realizes, and they're like, holy shit, what's going on? Oh, I'm training MMA, it's amazing, this is my gym. Okay, where do I sign up? So it's about breaking out of that normal mold of the sort of 20-year-old kid that wants to fight into people of all ages, all backgrounds, that can do MMA. And that's the beautiful thing about the program, is we create this security umbrella, whereas people will still have anxiety about walking through the gym, or what they perceive as a fight gym, martial arts academy, because they don't know what's the other door, side of the other door. They don't know if there's people there that are sparring hard, or if they're going to get paired up with someone that's, you know, way above their skill level or their fitness level, all the usual anxieties. And they're exacerbated when you have the word fight in there. But to be able to bring someone into an environment where they're training with people exactly the same as them, no skill set. Some people are really unfit, some people are fit, doesn't matter. Some people, we've got people in their sort of early 20s, we have people in their mid 50s doing this program. It's insane. But they all work together as a team, and they rise together, you know. Rising tide lifts all ships, and these guys, their skill level increases so quickly because they train and they come up together, and they become such a tight unit and family at the end. And then they get matched up, and they go in, and they have this amazing experience with someone that's on the program that they've become really good friends and respect with, and they have this bond at the end like nothing. And it's an amazing experience. And if you've been to a Wimp2Warrior finale, you'll see it. And if you've ever been involved in our program as a coach or a contestant or a participant, it's something that's very hard to describe, but it's an amazing program that's bringing new people into the sport of MMA. So we're growing grassroots MMA, but at the same time, we're helping thousands of people. It's the thing that drives me is I get messages, probably 2 or 3 a day, depending on when we have finales, of these amazing stories of people literally telling me that, you know, they were planning suicide. You know, they were sitting on top of a bridge, or they had a pot of pills brought, and next week, you know, their life was just so shit that there was nothing for them anymore. They had no community, they had no purpose. You know, this is an extreme, I understand. This isn't everyone, of course. We have just regular people that just want to get fit and prove to their kids that anything's possible. But that's the beauty. We can help anyone with this program. It really is. It's an amazing program. So for me, when I get these messages through, coach, you know, I was living in my car, you know, I'd lost my kids, I had no job, and now my confidence back, my spark in my life, I've got my fire back, I've got a new job, my kids are seeing me again at weekends. Or, you know, the extreme of I was ready to commit suicide, heard about the program. These are real stories that come through. You know, the beautiful thing is we can associate all these negative stories to positive stories through our sport, mixed martial arts, which we all love. And until before that, when you talk to people about MMA, they think about the UFC or Bellator or One Championship. These elite athletes that are fighting, and if they don't understand the sport, they see the violence. And even if they do understand the sport, a lot of the time they see the trash talk and the money and the bling, and it's what people associate with our sport, and that's not what our sport is. That's the professional side of sport. The amateur side of sport, which is the real sport of MMA, is regular people training to better themselves, their fitness, their health, their mental health. That's what MMA is about, and that's what Wimp2Warrior is showing the world. And I'm very proud of it, and I couldn't do it without my team and all the amazing coaches I have around the world. And also, and I say this to people all the time, people message me, Coach, thank you for creating this program. And I say to them, there is no program without people like you. Unless there's someone out there that's willing to sign on the dotted line, that's the easy part. We get people registered online, yeah, I'm going to do this. They tell their mates, I'm going to do the Wimp2Warrior program. And then suddenly they have a sore toe in the morning of the tryouts, or their car doesn't start. That's just that excuse mentality, and they will keep finding excuses when challenges come. Hopefully we're getting back one day, but the people that take that breath, walk through the door, and holy shit, this is an amazing place, you know, no one's here to kill me, you know, everyone's really friendly, and they meet all these people, and suddenly they change, you know, the ultimate human transformation, and that's what we're about, and that's what mixed martial arts can do. And this is why we're growing massively. There's so many gyms that want us now. So I talk a lot. I'm very passionate about Wimp2Warrior and our sport of MMA, and our association as well with the World Federation, which is IMAF. You know, our program is recognised by IMAF, the International Mixed Martial Arts Federation. There's lots of exciting things happening with those guys as well, which if you're a fan of the sport, you'll be hearing about soon. But look, it's good times. MMA is growing, grassroots. We're driving to get into the Olympics, and Wimp2Warrior is an amazing program. So if you're thinking about it, don't think about it. Just sign up, local gym, go on our website, wimp2warrior.com. We have a map, and you can just pick in the world where you live, and it will show you your local gyms when the program's starting. And I promise you, it will be the best thing you ever do. So thank you for listening. I'm sorry if this went on a little bit too long. And any questions, reach out to us on Facebook, Coach Richie Cranny, or Instagram, our website, wimp2warrior.com, Facebook, whatever. But thank you guys, and that's it. Wimp2Warrior, over.